what's up guys, and welcome to the first episode of my RT series. Hello, what's up guys, and welcome to the first episode of my RT series. So, a brief introduction. I am Fat, and I am currently a third-year RT student from the College of Medical Imaging and Therapy at Medical and Health Sciences Institute. So why did I choose DLSM HSI and why did I choose Radiologic Technology? So I chose DLSM HSI because my dream was to become a doctor. So it is the nearest medical school in our house, and I want to stay a La Sallian because I came from De La Salle University, Dasmariñas. Why did I choose Radiologic Technology? It's actually not my first choice, but when the exam results came out, I found out that my score for the course that I applied for wasn't enough. So I have to pick another course. When I graduated senior high school, I didn't really have any course in mind, but then when I asked my friends, they told me that they're going to take Radiologic Technology. So I was curious because I didn't know anything about Radiologic Technology, or what do they do, or in what part of the hospital are they working at, or what's their role in the hospital. I didn't know that they were the ones doing x-rays and ultrasounds. I thought that that's another part of med school or something. I took Radiologic Technology because I was curious about it. So I don't really have any knowledge about it. That's why I took it. So looking back, I'm really thankful that I chose Radiologic Technology because it's really fun, and I came to know what things they're doing and what role and what's their role in the hospital. And then I came to learn about how things work. Basically, it's really fun to dive into something that I don't really have any knowledge about, and it's a fun and exciting and kind of like a foreign feeling when I entered college because I didn't really know anything about it. So I don't have any background about it, but now I came to really love this course, and I am proud to be one, and I hope that someday I will become a registered Radiologic Technology. Yes, I will become an RRT. Let's claim it. So yeah, that is why I chose Radiologic Technology. So let me know yours, comment down below, and let's get on with the video. First, what is Bachelor of Science in Radiologic Technology? It is a 4-year degree program that trains students to operate various machines for diagnostic imaging purposes and for therapy. We work closely with radiologists for interpreting the images or diagnosing the images, like this one, for any possible injuries or disease. So next, what are the subjects that are included in our curriculum? First is Anatomy and Physiology. So this is the book that we used. It's really colorful, you guys. You will memorize a lot of parts, especially the bones, because this is where our focus will be. It's fun and exciting because of the practical exams. It will make you nervous at times. Exams are time-bound. Practical exams are time-bound, especially if it's a moving one. So let me share an experience of mine when we first did a moving exam. Although we already did moving exam when we were in senior high school, but of course it's different. We're in college already. So the first time that we did a moving exam, we were lined up outside to wait for our turn, and then I managed to calm myself down. But when our professor opened the door and then I heard the bell rung, it felt like my insides are going to come out. All the efforts that I made just to calm myself down are wasted. When I was answering, I didn't notice that I skipped a number. I went to the next question. I didn't notice that I skipped a number. All the succeeding numbers after that one are incorrect because it is placed on the wrong number. So one tip for you guys is you have to calm yourself down. when taking a moving exam, you will not be focused enough to remember what you studied because you are too nervous, and it really affects your memory. So you have to calm yourself down. If you get stuck, just close your eyes and then deep breath and then clear your head, calm yourself, so you will remember your answer. Eventually, you will remember the answer. You're gonna get used to it because our professors really train us to get used to having a time-bound exam. A lot of quizzes in a week. For example, in that subject, you get 3 sets of quizzes and then a practical exam. So as you go along, you'll get used to it eventually. Next is radiation production. They didn't provide us with a book, but they gave us handouts for this subject. So you will learn about the production and the different types of radiation, radioactive decay, and stuff like that. It teaches you the basics about radiation. And then next is patient care. So this is the book that we use. This is where you will learn how to properly use stethoscope, sphygmomanometer. This one. It's not sponsored, by the way. This is provided by our school. It is included in our tuition fee. You will learn how to take vital signs, different methods of transfer, CPR, first aid, hand washing, and a lot more. Next is medical terminology. So this is the book that we used for medical terminologies. It's self-explanatory already. Our professor provided us with a simplified version of this one. It is spring-bound, and all of the contents of this book is already summarized in that one. It makes your life easier because you don't have to read a whole page just to find a word you're looking for. Thank you, Ma'am Franz, for the simplified version of med terms. Some of the examples of medical terminologies are: syncope is for fainting, emesis is for vomiting, pyrexia is for fever, and febrile is for discomfort. Next is radiographic positioning and techniques. I think there's 3 volumes of this one because it's for the lower limb, upper limb, and then the scalp. This one is for, I think this one's for lower limb. Oh, this one's for the upper limb. This subject is the most fun part of my second year. It made me cry, it made me jump for joy. Especially whenever you get a perfect score after a practical exam. So this is one of the important subjects that you will encounter because it tackles the different procedures you will do as a future radiologic technologist that will help the physician diagnose a patient's condition. Also, professors make you do matrix. We call it matrix. I don't have an example. I think I have an example for that. So this is what a matrix looks like. So basically, the projection is here, and then what size of the cassette is required, and then part position, localization plane, reference point, central ray, structure shown, and evaluation criteria. So this is the most fun and kind of challenging subject for me because there's a lot of projections and there's a lot of things to consider to memorize just for one projection. So if you struggle on memorizing, you really have to practice, or you really have to find out a way on how to memorize a lot of projections. In one practical exam, you will have at least 15 projections to memorize. So you have to find out the best way for you to memorize all of them. And you have to memorize it by heart. Don't memorize it just because you have a practical exam tomorrow or next week, or because you'll have an exam after the semester. You have to memorize it by heart because this is what you will use after you graduate, when you work. We are also taught how to produce quality images that will be used for diagnostic purposes. It may look like a simple Photoshop editing, but professors taught us to carefully process the images as some doctors are looking for different specific structures. And then other subjects included are nuclear medicine, CT scan, mammography, some general education subjects like art appreciation, purposive communications. We also have research writing. Research writing is required for our internship. So our program is 3-year lecture and 1-year internship. There's only a year left before we proceed to our internship. Yay! Hashtag road to white shoes. Research is required for you to proceed to your internship. You have to defend your thesis. Pay attention to your thesis because it's really important. This will help you graduate and this will help you achieve your goals and dreams. So before we end this video, here are some tips for our freshmen or for anyone out there that needs tips for being an artist student. So first is read your syllabus. Your syllabus is like your map, the map of your life. This will guide you in your entire semester. Here's an example of a syllabus. I keep them in files like this. This is what it looks like. Your program is here, and then your course code, course title, number of units, who's your professor for this subject, and then course description, program outcomes, and then learning results, and then the course content. So this is where the detailed lessons are located. This includes the number 2 tip, read in advance. You have to use your syllabus to read in advance because the detailed lessons for the entire semester is already here. Whenever you finish a lesson, you need to read in advance because this will help you better understand the lessons, especially when you struggle on listening on the spot. Next is do not lose your handouts. That's why I have a lot of this. This still have handouts that are not put in an organizer. Do not lose your handouts because this will come in handy in the future, especially when you are going to take your board exams. Oh, and another one, do not reproduce the handouts given by your professors without their permission. It is their copy. You have to ask them for permission first before you reproduce it. It is their property, so you have no right to reproduce it on your own without their permission. Next tip is create study groups or have a study buddy. This really helped me when I was actually it's still helping me because your friends will help you study. They will remind you about the things that you need to get done. If you have a group work or your thesis and stuff like that, it will not only help you academically, but it will also help you grow as a person because no man is an island, okay? You have to have friends to help you, and at rough times, they will be there to support you, okay? So, I recommend you to have a study buddy or create study groups. Next, if you fail, do not be discouraged. Why? Because eventually, at some point of our life, we are going to fail. So, instead of moping around because you failed, if you need to cry, cry it out. But after that, you have to stand back up again. Because what matters most is what you do when you fail. If you just mope around and think about why you failed or what went wrong, you will never achieve your goals because you are focusing on the negative side. You have to focus on standing back up again and trying harder to achieve your dreams and your goals. Next, take care of yourself. This is very important because a lot of medical students are so stressed out that they forget to take care of themselves. Like, they are studying 24/7, they're not getting enough sleep. Not getting enough sleep will affect your memory. So, if you need to sleep, sleep because sleeping helps you to study better and to remember things better. You won't be focused if you are sleepy. Taking care of yourself will help you academically. Not only academically, but also physically, mentally, emotionally. Especially us medical students because we tend to overwork ourselves and we tend to study for hours and hours just to pass an exam, and we often sacrifice our sleep just to study more. But we really need to take care of ourselves. If you are sleepy, go to sleep. You can't focus on studying if you feel sleepy. If you want to go out with friends, if you want to hang out with your friends, do it. But don't forget your responsibilities as a student. then don't let this be a reason for you to possibly fail your subjects. Because if you always think that I have to take care of myself, I have to go out with friends, I can do that later, that is not the right way to do that, because it's good to have some time for yourself, but always remember that you have a responsibility as a student. So take care of yourself, but be responsible. And then last but not the least, celebrate your achievements, even if it is a tiny one. Even if what you did is just get up and then took a bath, still celebrate it, because at least you managed to get up and you managed to take a bath. Do not look at others. For example, you saw your classmate studying and she already made reviewers, or she already have so much progress, and then what you just did is to eat, wake up, and then use your phone or something like that. Do not envy others, because you have your own time, you have your own pace. Do not envy them because they've been productive, they've been more productive than you, or they've done so much already. Go with your own pace. Do whatever you have to do to be motivated and to be inspired. Like if you need to watch a movie first before doing something, to maybe get an inspiration or to motivate yourself or to have some will, do it and celebrate each achievement you get, because it matters. Little things matter, okay? You can do it. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can do it. Believe that you can achieve it. And you will eventually finish. You matter, okay? You are doing great. You are working so hard. So, celebrate your achievements even if it's just a little bit. So, that's all for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you have some comments or if you have any suggestions, comment it down below. Or if you want to talk to me about something or ask me about something, or you need someone to talk to, just message me here on my social media accounts. I am always available. So, yeah, please click like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you. Have a nice day.